Well, time for episode 24. I was just about to check some weapons. I wanted to see if they have some weapons for me. Or with constitution scaling or something. And it seems
Over
like
here.
we are getting a new quest around here.
What do you mean, no? You have to send someone.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, I'm sure he'll turn up.
No, you don't understand. I demand to speak to your superior.
I wanted to check that on my own. But I ran into this, so let's just go with
What's
it.
going on here?
Oh, General. Beg your pardon. I was just...
A general? Guardians be praised. You could do something.
I was just telling...
More excuses. My son, Aston, is in danger and the guard won't send someone to find him.
Ma'am, as I've already told you, that's not something the Royal Army does.
Why do you think your son is in danger?
That foolish boy is always running off to have adventures. It's nonsense, but this last time he waved some strange, dusty amulet in front of my face, which he apparently found here in Greykeep, and that he would use it to save the world with his friends. I forbid him to leave the city, but poof, suddenly he's
Hold on. Amulet? Ancient?
Yes?
You sound concerned, Private.
Well, it's just... Corporal Tahar's channeling amulet disappeared from his former chambers 2 weeks ago.
Oh, remember that.
Hold on. Are you insinuating that my son, stole it?
Yes, we are.
I'm not insinuating anything, ma'am. However, General Arif, this might be worth looking into. If this really is Tahar's amulet, then it might be of great help in the Wolf Guard's mission.
I don't know what's more shocking. That you refuse to help me until there's the prospect of material gain, or that you actually believe that my poor baby stole from the fabled Corporal Tahar. Oh well, I suppose we have to make do with what we have.
Why don't you look for him yourself if you're so worried?
Yeah, where the man, that was just wake up kind of questions when you don't have all your wits about you, you know. Oh my god.
What kind of question is that? Do I look like I can go traipsing around in the wild? I'm not a warrior, General.
When you say adventures, what exactly do you mean?
Well, he fancies himself a hero. Spends all day imagining himself besting monsters rather than focusing on his studies. And then he runs off to do guardians know what.
What does this channeling amulet do?
Seem to remember something about that. He has a group of people who are trying to get into the hero business.
You should probably ask a circle mage about that. The way I understood it, it allowed Tahar to channel energy on the battlefield in order to create a titan.
We unlock titans. Nice.
Titan?
Yes, a projection of his soldiers' spirits is how Circle Mage Undergast called it. Depending on under whose banner he conjured it, it was different. Apparently Tahar found it in some Hibernian ruin. I never saw these titans though, so it might just be hogwash.
Well, if you didn't see them, then it's probably not true.
Did he say anything about where he was going? Or how he intended to save the world with this artifact?
Well, not really, but he kept talking about a ruin near a mining village. Oh, my poor baby. You'll look for
Oh,
him, right, General?
I
He's
forgot
a
to.
handsome boy, noble face.
I forgot to look up the cathedral from Calabrock to see if I missed the key or anything. I should get onto that after I finish this episode. I'll look it up. I'll find your son. I don't remember if they survived though. I remember something about that, but
Don't worry. I'll
not
find
sure
your
about
son
the
and return
ending.
him to you.
Guardians be praised. Thank you, General. It's a great relief. Tell him to come back to Mama once you found him. I'm sure he already misses me.
Yes, that's why he left. Oh,
How couldn't he?
yes, he could. How couldn't he miss the constant pestering? Alright, let's see. Let me check quickly. Only the scaling attribute I'm interested in. Even though these are blues, I'm not. No, we don't need any more blues. I looked at this. Strength. It's okay, she's still a healer, it's fine.
Axes, daggers, swords,
No,
everything
this no.
for the wary traveler. Come again.
Yeah, I'm gonna start selling those weapons that I can't use. Probably, because I'm not gonna switch, even though that would be the most efficient thing. I'm not gonna start switching up weapons just for a certain boss fight. I don't think I will do that. So I could just sell them and buy schematics as I said I would. I said I will buy only schematics.
You'll find just what you need.
Look like this one is good also. I hate these fire dudes, man. Especially when they are against me. I think they're a bit cheesy. They do so much damage. I mean, the game is called Spellforce, so you would expect the mages to be more more efficient than other units, but I don't know. Yeah, let's go. Buy this. I'm gonna buy something from the... Oh, this could be useful also. But no.
Oh, that'll do.
And you, sir, what do you have?
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need.
Should I pay money for this? I wonder. This technically would be good for Katras also, since he's a warrior. Yeah, generally for fighters, right? Give them some sustain if I fail to do it. Striders. The Striders are those... I forgot. Oh my god, can raptors. Those raptor looking things, right? Cost reduction, but you know what would be great? Reduce population cost also. Also, you could spam them. This I have apparently. Twisted one. I know they are exploding apparently, right? The exploding type, but I never paid attention to them. These guys are reviving the undead, but I didn't use those abilities in the last mission because I didn't want them to revive dead units from me. So it's yeah, let's
You know
get...
how to bargain, don't
Man,
you?
I'm tempted for that helmet though. I'm tempted. And I don't even think she has to them. I think she just have to attack them, and if they get killed, it will actually help her a bit. So the good thing is now in the next mission at least Katras will give us level 3 for this ability. So
Yes, yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need.
nothing. Man, you are worthless.
A fair offer.
Stay close.
Or useless
Looking
as
for potions and
those
scrolls?
dipshits in
I'm
multiplayer
sure I have
games like
just
to
what you
say.
need.
You're useless, buddy. Doesn't matter that you killed like 15. You have 15 kills. In Heroes of the Storm, at least, if you don't have high damage and you only have kills, you are useless. Champion. Yeah, the champion. The champion. Frontier Fortress. This could be good, but how much? I think the units. If you are losing units, I think. Yeah, I think units. Let's go with units. Alright, and let's
Farewell.
use them. Alright. This. I think I opened one. Novium powder. We'll see about that. This is done. This we took. Now let's clear some of this out. Coastal ruins was at the Medusa place. This we took. Crimson Mire we took. We read this already. And this is apparently this I can't sell. So who should we give it to? To
Hey, you're an
him, right?
adventurer, aren't you? Come
Let's.
take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest.
Yeah. 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 Keep. Sell. Sell. Apply. Alright. This bug really annoys me, man. It clutters the inventory with all these used up things. I'm not sure what the problem was. Maybe it was a bug at the beginning. Maybe they weren't supposed to be 0. I'm not sure.
Good choice.
Alright. Alright, let's go talk to... How much time did we pass with this? 13 minutes already. Let's go talk to Jarus. I guess now we can wait. Yeah, it shows that we are, but no, we can't do anything else right now. We have to advance the main story.
General, is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, where is that Dwarf?
Has our dwarven ally arrived yet?
Not yet, but we have received word that she passed the gates of kings 2 days ago. In other words, she will arrive soon.
Yeah,
If you'd
let's
be willing
wait.
to wait, I could arrange a
We have
conclave right
nothing
after she
else to
arrives.
do. We have nothing else to do anymore.
All right, I'll wait.
Good.
She has a staff.
Your Majesty? Rerah rise. Your Majesty,
Whoa.
it's an honor.
Of course it is.
I'll keep it brief. High Hierophant Arrakis has enemies in Windholme too. The Blackstone rebels, which I lead together with my brother Malik. We are planning a coup. and we're hoping for the Crown's support.
Wait, Blackstone Rebels. Did you borrow that name?
From the uprising against King Rerah 15 years ago, aye. So you know about our history?
No, but one of the Circle Mages, Iskrim, someone close to him died during the rebellion.
Many good men and women died. We chose this name in their honor.
So, not all the dwarves in Windholme support Ericus?
Of course not. His ideology is a current that threatens to drag under everyone who doesn't fit the ideal. And even among those who do, there are many who oppose it. As they should, since this talk of granite suns is by far the, pardon my language, Your Majesty, most damned idiotic thing I've heard in years.
And who are you?
And just how did you and your brother get to lead a rebellion?
We both have our reasons. Suffice it to say that Arrakis spits on everything we hold dear. And also, we're not leaders. We're the faces of hundreds who refuse to stand by and watch as this sodding lunatic steers our homeland into chaos.
Very noble of you.
And you are?
Wraith Skadar. He is assisting us in another matter.
I see. Well, Wraith Skadar, I don't claim to be a saint. If you don't trust me, fine, but I'm all you're getting.
If we doubted your intentions, you would not be here.
Good to hear.
Interesting. So instead of engaging directly, you want to support these rebels? Is that it, Your Majesty?
Yes.
How do you know if we can trust them?
We do not. But once again, it is our best option. We've already pushed our luck by recapturing Dracot, and we cannot intervene directly without risking another war.
Nobody wants another war. Look, General, I understand your reservations. But trust me, if it were up to me, I'd be on a ship to Zoo by now. I'm doing this because I have to. And I have no intention of staying once this scumbag is back where he belongs. In chains, and in the darkest pit the Windholme dungeons have to offer.
All right. What role do you see the Wolfguard playing in this?
Well, that's simple. We need an experienced soldier to help us with an operation. A heist. Right now, we are many, but lack the coin to become a force to be reckoned with. We intend to change that by borrowing some money and high-quality weapons from Windholme's treasuries. If you help us see this through, we will use this money to build up an army strong enough to take care of Arrakis and reinstate the prince. Also, we will lend the crown the Blackstone Rebels' forces to help you on that mission of yours. If you want us, that is.
We'll take any help we can get.
You know about our mission? About the God of Light?
I was briefed, yes.
Why would you risk the lives of you and your men for that?
Dust and stones. You're looking for the fault in everything, aren't you? First of all, it's simply our end of the bargain. You help the rebellion, we help your mission. Secondly, if this God of Light is half as gruesome and dangerous as the rumours about that fight in the Hall of Justice say, only an idiot would sit in our hands while it tries to eat our world. Don't you think?
Yeah, I said I would ask everything, but some of the questions are outright naive from a person in her position.
Do you think King Rorik's son is fit to lead Windwall? To my knowledge, his father didn't enjoy the best reputation, did he?
Right. Not to mention the fact that he murdered the original Blackstone Rebels, whose name you borrowed.
That's true, but the prince is still a blank slate. It doesn't look like he takes after his father. And with the right guidance, we should be able to steer him in the right direction.
How do you plan on getting us into Windholme, though? Is there a side entrance?
Way better. Look.
Letter of passage. For Zverak.
One of Eo's most renowned architects, whom we've taken hostage. Arrakis hired her to help with the construction of his statue.
What statue?
You don't know? Arrakis has ordered the construction of a giant statue of Nihalf made of pure moon silver. A monument to Windholme's greatness, apparently.
Yes.
Huh. So that's the symbol that dwarf in the Windwall outskirts was talking about.
Melt the weapons and make statues.
Arrakis wants an Empyrean architect to design the statue? Am I the only one who sees the irony in that?
No, he sees it too. Which is why the letter also contains strict orders not to question its bearer too much.
That's convenient.
A statue made of pure moon silver? That's madness.
Arrakis in a nutshell.
You kidnapped the architect?
Aye, but don't worry. We simply took her somewhere where she won't mess up our plan. She's well cared for and will be released once the coup is being seen through.
Does she has any schematics on her?
An unrelated question, but did you notice any cases of people disappearing in Windwall? Or its outskirts?
No. This is about the God of Light, right?
Yes.
I see. Well, no, nothing yet. Though now you mention it, there has been talk of strange dark elves patrolling the border. That might be anything, though.
Every dark elf is a strange dark elf.
Frankly, at this point, Windholme's biggest problem is Arrakis. And I hope it stays that way for now.
But I'm not Zverak. How does this letter help us?
Says who? You spent years in Imperia, and you even have a slight accent. Windholme folk aren't particularly cosmopolitan, so they won't know the difference. You take the letter, show it to the gate guards, and they'll let you pass. No questions asked. Then we meet up with my brother, discuss the plan, and see it through together.
Excellent. General, make all the necessary preparations. Even if the mission succeeds, it will take the rebels a while to set the coup in motion. In other words, the sooner we get this done with, the better.
Understood.
Remember, it's going to be tough. I mean, I don't know why I hate fighting against dwarfs. As you could tell. Maybe because of the first mission I got scarred over there a bit. Traumatized. But that's okay. Yeah, let's take care of Rerah. Okay, combat arts and beguilement. Block chance. That's pretty cool. Apply armored. +9, that's good. I think it's one or the other. And I think she had... We don't need stuff like... Yeah, doppelgangers. Yeah. Perk. This is good. So what I would like, I don't need a regen. Nah, we can live without that, but we have to. Yeah, so let's go like this. I want the doppelgangers. I want the Song of Defiance. Offensive power. Yeah, this is good also. But I'm gonna make her a melee, so I want... Yeah. Okay. Let's go. She has a lot. Oh, she doesn't have strength at all. She has dexterity. We have some dex weapons, but the best are, the coolest are on strength though. How many points? And willpower, not too much. We have the other dude on strength. But yeah, I have a ton of weapons. I think I will sell those weapons, so I can't really use them. And Kayao will be on animal duty, even though that's not the best use of his abilities. He'll stay as the shapeshifter, so he doesn't need weapons. Yeah, I'm gonna sell some of them and buy schematics. Or maybe I'll buy the odd item if I have too much money. In fact, schematics, I think I will buy 2 or 3, not more. I kind of got a ton of them already. So let's go. Let's give her at least 3 strength. No. How much do you need for one of these? 25. Everything. She needs everything. And this is a park. Let's give her, because some weapons might require strength also. That's a secondary, so let's give her a 3 strength, and then we'll put all the points into willpower from now on. Now, no. This is for regeneration. I don't want that. Enfeebled. Ooh, enfeebled, that's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. And silenced. Ooh. Ooh, and on dexterity. As a scaling attribute, that's great. Let's get that. Your block chance. Just one. Should I take both or just this one? I like that they don't force you into going into multiples, but this I will take. It's a good defense for her. Three specters. Yeah. Let's put points into that. Let's only take this. As I said, less actives. And how many do we still have? I will put some points into passives over here also. Wait a bit. So the first one gives you 6% block chance. Sixth sense plus 75% movement speed. Okay. And then magic resistance. I wanted to Oh, it says over here. And yeah, magical resistance always helps. But is it worth a point into that for 10? Not sure. Let's ignore it for now. Yeah, you know, my party will be Iria, Main, Rerah and Katras for the Dwarven missions. I'll put Wraith to rest for a while. Cleaving is OP. She will always run Aura of Triumph. Okay. Let's... Okay, this is good. Also, but it's situational and mostly for RTS phases. Self-targeted. Hastened is pretty powerful. But there are items which give it to the entire party. Oh, I think he has something like that. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay if she has cleave. She doesn't even need whirlwind. Yeah, let's buff off cleave. Let's basically the same things that I'm doing for yeah, let's buff this up. And I'll put points into this after, because we are fighting a ton of humanoids. It's pretty good. Plus the song, it's pretty good mix. It's a pretty good mix. Yeah. Let's gear her up. Do we have time to go in the actual mission? 32 minutes. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, this is high con. Okay, then I can sell that. She will never be con 8. Yeah. This is your armor. Battle staff. Oh, this was multiplying whirlwind a bit. Sell. Yeah, I can sell all those things. No, I'm not putting more points into. She will have to deal with what she has. Maybe I'll give her some rings or stuff. Shielding amulet. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Let's see. What can you use? You are Dex 10, Strength 3. Katras already has a weapon which silences. Okay. Lies weakened without any one-handed. No, I want two-handed. No, it scares on strength. We need dex. Okay, this for now. Let's put this and let's see. It's the only thing I can use, and it gives a ton of damage. Additional, okay. Target is leaving, alright, plus the buffs from the humanoids things, okay. This should be like no problem, man, with this party. Going through everything. It's a dex shield. It's okay, she doesn't need a shield. It's fine. It's good. I would like to... This is a good amulet. I'm almost tempted to buy her a ring or something to give it to her. I'm not going into the wind thing. I put many points into the beguiling tree and we are getting like how many? 5 more points? Yes, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So I can sell a lot of stuff that nobody can use, basically, for you, sir. Let's see, a good armor. This one. Let me check him again. Okay, he got the better armor. This guy is tankier anyway, so... Alright. Better shield, bot helmet. 50 health. Or +2. Give him this. Give him this. Alright. Yeah, requires high con. Okay. Okay. You. As I said, she will be useful. She doesn't have black magic stuff though. Elemental magic. Okay, you get that. And get this. That's fine. Yeah, in my first playthrough that I made back in 2020, I think I had the entire party fully equipped, but on this playthrough I focused on buying schematics to make the RTS easier and faster. But if we are selling a bunch of stuff, we may be able to get them some things. But still, with 2 healers, we should be fine. Should be fine. Okay.
Keep it up.
Yeah. Let me just...
Yes. Over here.
I'm not talking to anyone. Maybe with Iria. But let's... Oh, we could talk to the dwarf because apparently this is what we'll be doing for the rest of the episode again. Yeah, 38 minutes. Let's talk to the dwarf.
This way, out of the way. Stay close.
And maybe I should just sell the weapons off recording and tell you what I did, if I got anything. And so on. Where is the dwarf? Is it outside? This is the Aliani, this is Raid. Probably outside, maybe in the near to the Dwarven Merchant. Let's see. You got something else to say, Jaros? And don't make me come back for nothing.
General, is there anything I can help you with?
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
No, he should have a an icon. Let me check Irian first.
Yes.
Yeah, I usually play a male character, but for this one, the original playthrough, I started it as a female, so I decided I'll keep the same character and even the same character name and icon I kept.
What general? What is it?
Nothing.
I'll see you around.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to start the other mission right now. Feels like we should give it a full episode.
General.
You, sir? Still owe
You
me an
still owe me an
explanation.
explanation for what
Yes.
happened in Calibrock. Who was Syeth? And what does she have to do with the death of your family?
And here I was hoping you'd forgotten about it. Fine. I promised you the truth, didn't I? I can tell you, but it's not exactly an uplifting story. Also, I imagine you have better things to do.
After I stop the episode, I will look up if I can get a weapon on Will for me, for the main, or on Constitution with more stuff added to it. You know, like at least an epic weapon.
I want to know my allies. I helped you in Calibrock. So at least
Also,
tell me
I
what
wanna
this is
go
about.
to the movies after this, so that new movie I wanna see. How is it called? Trap? It's not reviewed. It's reviewed under 7 on IMDb, but I wanna check it out. Find interesting. I find the premise interesting.
Come, let's talk somewhere else. Somewhere with less people around. Well then, you've heard about the Bloodburn, haven't you?
Yes.
Good. Then you know it only affected people who weren't magically gifted. I already told you in La that my family, my wife, and my boy died from the Bloodburn. What you don't know, though, is that I could have prevented it. I thought Syeth was responsible, but she was right. I'm to blame. To make it short, when the Bloodburn first surfaced, I refused to see it for what it really was. When the rest of our village fled, I forced my family to stay. And when it hit a week later, it happened fast. I didn't notice because I'm a mage and it didn't affect me. But when I got back home from the laboratory, my wife, Jerobi, and my son, Atros, greeted me at the doorstep. Their eyes swollen and their foreheads burning with fever.
What were they like? Atros and Jerobi.
Different than me. Atros was only 7 when he died, but he took after Jerobi. Good-hearted and optimistic. I never understood how she did it. She had been through hell, and yet she didn't let it bring her down. I still don't understand what she saw in a pessimist like me.
What was your profession?
I told you I was a mage of the intelligence. A scholar.
Yes, but how did you provide for your family? Research alone doesn't pay for food.
It does in the realm. If you're a part of the intelligence and the council deems the focus of your work worthy, it will provide for you as long as you pursue your studies. That's what Syeth and I did in that village. We studied the nature of life and death.
Yeah, look at the dwarf is here. Okay.
How come your son didn't live in a commune?
I pulled some strings, he
Because
said
we didn't
it.
live in Calibrock, but in a small village near the coast. Most children there are brought to the Calibrock communes when they come of age, but there are exceptions.
Why didn't you flee with the others?
Well, what I told Jirobi was that the rumors were superstitious nonsense. A plague that spreads through a song in the wind. Nonsense.
Only that that wasn't the full truth.
Mostly I ignored it because I was too absorbed with myself. All I cared about was my work, my experiments. I was on the verge of a breakthrough, and had I abandoned the laboratory, they would have failed. So I rationalized the danger and stayed. I spent the next fortnight watching them die, and there was nothing I could do. All my life I'd spent studying the nature of life and death, yet they withered away right before my eyes.
You're a mage. Did you try to heal them?
Of course I did, but it was pointless. And even though I tried to tell myself otherwise, I knew it the moment they opened that door.
Huh. And that's when you broke ties with the realm.
Ugh, I didn't break ties. I just ran. To tell you the truth, I don't even remember. It was all blurry, fragments. I must have spent at least a moon in my home, drinking myself to oblivion. When I finally came to my senses, I was lying in an abandoned fisherman's hut somewhere in the swamps, covered in dirt and bug bites.
That must have been just weeks before you met Tahar, right?
Yes. Have you ever lost someone, General? Someone who was the world to you?
I have no idea. This feels like you would answer with stuff from your life. But, let's say...
Not like you have, no.
Then you can't know how it feels. That kind of pain. It never goes away. Every day it's like I'm walking through this fog. And while I know I'm alone, I can still see their silhouettes up ahead. Reminding me of what once was, and what could have been if I hadn't murdered them. Syeth was also an intelligence scholar, and we worked together in the laboratory. Just a few weeks before I came here, I found out that she'd been to a village the Bloodburn had infested long before it came to ours. So I shifted the blame onto her. Had she told me how dangerous the Bloodburn was, I would have fled with the others, I told myself. It was nonsense, of course, and she was right. I ignored the warning signs even when they became so evident that she left, and all because I was too arrogant to abandon my research. I killed them.
I'm not gonna click that fourth one again.
I know we hardly know each other, but still. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Thank you, but I never saw the point of talking. What does it change? I guess if there really is a silver lining to everything, then mine is that their death made me realize something. Ultimately, we're on our own. As long as you make your purpose for living something outside of your control, you're doomed to lose it all eventually. I'll never make that mistake again. Anyway, I've been rambling on for too long. I hope I satisfied your curiosity, General. I will see you on the next mission.
Not likely, because I'm gonna have my fun with these two guys for a while now. But it would be interesting to see his banter with Katras if I take them together in a mission.
General.
I wanted to know more about you.
Me? Fancy that. Alright, what do you want to know?
Are you with anyone?
So, when you're not overthrowing tyrannies or traveling the world, do you spend time with anyone special?
Stonks, I see where this is going. No, General, there's no dear lad waiting for me somewhere.
Do you want there to be?
Listen, General, I don't mix work and play. Personal rule of mine. And more than that, you're not really my type.
I wasn't going that way.
That's not what I meant.
Isn't it? I've lived at sea long enough to know when someone is propositioning me. Not gonna happen.
Are you from Windholme?
Aye, born and raised. Although I hadn't been back until a few months ago.
Why's that?
Gonna be faithful to Rerah. This, if something comes up from that, okay. If not,
Well, I was busy, I guess. Seeing what else was out there.
but I am going to
I
ask the
ended up with some
questions.
privateers out in the Sea of Dreams.
How does one end up with privateers?
I guess one thing led to the next. Malik and I owed a debt to some traders. They knew I was good with the blade, so I served as a bodyguard on their expedition.
And they turned out to be privateers?
No, it turned out they owed the privateers a debt. And when some bloody wolves tore our camp and the traders to bits, Captain Tarzan stuck me with the debt. So I served on her ship.
That's awful.
I hated it at first. Why should I have to settle someone else's debt? After a while, though, I realised I actually enjoyed it. Being out there with only blue above and blue below, chasing sea rats like hounds on a hunt, it was freedom. The crew accepted me as their own.
Then how did you come back?
I got a letter from Malik about what was happening in Windholme. I told the captain. She paid out my cut and bid me good tides.
Do you miss it?
Aye, I do. Once this business is taken care of, I plan to rejoin them. Maybe finally drag Malik along too.
So you were a pirate?
Dust and stones, no. More like a pirate chaser. We were contracted by some minor Northander lords to protect their merchant vessels. Drove off a lot of sea thieves.
Where was Malik while you were adventuring?
He stayed in Windholme. Took a job as a labourer in the mines. I was only supposed to be gone a short while, but when it became clear I wouldn't be back, I asked him to join me. But he declined. Said he liked his feet on solid ground. We wrote letters, though. That was always my favourite part about returning to port. Finding a letter waiting for me about my brother's latest news.
You must have had a lot of adventures. Got any stories?
Aye, I do. Buy me a drink or three and maybe I'll tell you.
Do you have other family in Windholme? Parents?
It's always just been me and Malik. We jumped around in the streets for a while before an orphanage took us in. The woman who ran it, she's the kindest person I know. She took in everyone, even though she had practically nothing to spare. And yet she's the kind of person Arrakis would sweep away. Not because of her character, but because of the haves and have-nots.
Sounds like you had a rough childhood.
Stones, it was rough. But you know, in a way I'm grateful. Having nothing makes you appreciate what little you do have. The people who work their arses off to survive, those are some of the strongest people I know. And it's how I know we're better than this Granite Sun's bullshit. A lot of us don't want this. We just have to empower ourselves to resist.
That's all I wanted to know. Want to get a drink?
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Ugh, why is everything still spinning?
I'd like to learn more about the dwarves. Can I ask you some questions?
I'm no anthropologist, General. Doesn't Grey Keep have a library?
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
I believe you. Ask me about something I know, like brandy and the drinking of brandy.
What do you think of the people who've joined us?
General, I didn't peg you as a gossip. Alright, I'll play. Who do you mean?
What's your take on Wraith?
Wraith. He doesn't trust me. He's had a painful lesson not to put faith in a fragile world. I respect him for that. But it's not as doom and gloom as he makes it. He's swimming in the ocean, refusing to look anywhere but down, so of course he only sees the abyss. If only he'd look up.
What about Catras?
I don't want to talk about him.
Why are you...
Look, he's a good guy, I guess. But don't tell him I said that.
He likes Catra. She likes Catras, I guess.
What do you think of Iria?
For being the first mage of the circle, she's surprisingly nice.
That surprises you?
Maybe she doesn't fully realize it, but she's a leader. Leaders don't usually end up in their positions without being a little ruthless, even those with the best intentions. It's refreshing. And I can see she's very nice to you.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Kayabu.
He reminds me a bit of my brother, questioning why things are the way they are. He looks up to you, you know.
I get that feeling, yeah. A lot of things are new to him. It must be daunting.
Alright.
See you later, Rerah.
See ya.
Alright, let's stop this over here. It turned out to be a sitting on our asses kind of a episode. But I didn't wanna just start over there and stop it when the things were getting interesting. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna sell a few of the armors, a few of the weapons. I'm gonna keep some since we do have people with high strength in the party. And I'm gonna look up why didn't I get to the cathedral, if I missed the key somehow. And I'm gonna look up weapons for my build with willpower or constitution or high constitution as a scaling attribute. That means I'm gonna have to scour the forums a bit. Yeah, but this series is getting done this week. I guess we are way over half, I think, of the story, so it's we are getting there. Not even this week. I think in 2 or 3 days I'm gonna be done. Yeah. All right, let's stop over here. See you around. Bye bye.